Hello everybody and welcome to this amazing game of Barony. In this video I decided to break away just a little bit from the normal format that I'm used to, the discussion videos, and try something just a little bit out of my comfort zone. I've had a few comments in the past asking for a Let's Play, so I figured why not give those people what they want. I have decided that I want to try a different class that I'm not usually used to. I don't want to get into a class that's too difficult like the brewer, but so normally I play the ninja, which, I mean, he has his downfalls, but he's, like, honestly, at least for me, he's super, super reliable. I can burn through the whole game fairly quickly, so um, regardless, I just figured I'd try something new. So I'm not really used to the Incubus, much less the Punisher. I'm still going to keep my name as Young Tear, because I think that video is super funny. We'll just kind of get right into it. So something I also want to briefly mention is that I am playing on the beta version of the new update, which should be releasing anytime this month, so super, super close. So you will notice a couple of new hats, new glasses, a couple of masks, etc. It's nothing too crazy. Should be really easy to... voice crack. Should be easy to follow along. It's not going to be anything too different. I am a little familiar with the class. If you are not, he starts with a whip that can disarm shields and weapons. And it does scale with range damage, which is very interesting. It does spawn with a hat that grants magic regeneration, or I'm sorry, mana regeneration when inflicting the bleeding status effect. It also starts with a crystal axe, which is very strong but very fragile. He can teleport other enemies towards, jeez, towards the caster. So whenever you use this on an enemy, it'll teleport them close to you. It inflicts the I can't talk. I feel like I'm talking way too fast. It inflicts the disoriented status effect based on the distance traveled. Now, I'm not exactly sure if this is a bug or if it's intended, but I feel like the disoriented status effect only stays on for a fraction of a second. So that's something to keep in mind. This one kind of just spawns a little clone that returns damage to the attacker. It's like a thorns effect, so anytime they attack the clone, they will take damage. Well, this guy's ruining my description, so we'll make sure to take him out and set an example, not to fuck with me when I'm trying to explain a class. Alright, and then we have the Arcane Mark, which basically removes the resistances of enemies. So, for example, if the skeleton resists magic damage, I can use that on him, and then he will take full magic damage. Then the last is the Spell of Teleportation. It's very niche. I've never really found any use ever with it. It's kind of just a joke spell. It can be nice if you find yourself in a pickle, but for the most part, shouldn't really have to worry about that too much. So we'll just go ahead and continue our normal, our run like normal. Not really sure what to be watching out for with the Incubus, but we'll see how far we get. I know that he kind of transitions into like a spellcasting ranged class, so that should be interesting to watch out for. I don't really feel like killing these guys for XP. Excuse me. I guess I'll kill one of them. Also, just a little tip, if you ever find yourself as a melee class, and you're trying to kite away enemies, which can be very, very difficult sometimes, you can cut corners. So for example, something like this. Wait for him to get around the corner, charge up the attack, and then whack him at the last second. That I feel like is a very, 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 very valuable strategy against some of the enemies in Barony. I don't really trust that. Hopefully it falls this way, which it does. Very nice. Maybe I'm tweaking right now, but I feel like that was just open. Maybe it wasn't. I'm not sure. So, anyways, yeah, I decided to do a little bit of a Let's Play video instead of the normal discussion videos. Just to kind of change it up a little bit. I do really enjoy playing Barony. And I feel like when I do the discussion videos, I kind of lose that fulfillment. I guess, what's the word I'm trying to think of? I still always have fun playing Barony, but, you know, I obviously use the console commands to spawn myself items and use no-clip and spawn enemies and such, so it kind of diminishes the replay value, in a sense. So I'm hoping that by playing these normal playthroughs, hopefully I can appreciate Barony just a little bit more. And I also figured that I'd try a different class, especially on the update coming out. Might take damage, I guess not. We'll try out one of these spells. Looks like I'm going to die. It's very niche. Well, it's first loss. I tend to get very distracted when I'm talking. So we'll just go ahead and start up. I feel like we didn't have an amazing run right there, but no big deal. But yeah, playing on the new beta really opens my mind to all of the new items, and I kind of appreciate them just a little bit more, which is always nice. And it also kind of gives you a little bit of I guess a sneak peek as to what some of these new items are, how they function, if they're worth equipping, you know, etc. Unbelievable. Well, there you have it. I guess there is a purpose to the teleportation spell. I don't think I've ever used it unironically. But it honestly kind of just saved my ass. And it might have just killed me. I think I will polymorph and recruit this guy as an ally. Hopefully he dies before me, but I guess we'll see. We have another one. Alright. Not too bad. I wish I didn't have to use all of my mana and my polymorph potion, but that is a-okay. As long as I'm alive, not a problem. Very nice. See if there's anything in these rooms. Doesn't seem like it, just a bunch of rats. Very nice. And yeah, so normally it's kind of recommended to spend as much time as you possibly can in these early stages. You know, kill all of the enemies, loot as much as you can, appraise as much as you can, and you know, have a solid foundation for the rest of the game. I enjoy doing that. However, I don't want to overstay. I feel like the Incubus struggles a lot in the early game. So I'll try to do what I can. In fact, I also do want to turn my reticle on. I think I turned it off a while ago. Just do a little dot. That way I can kind of see where I'm shooting at. Alright, So we just disabled the, or I'm sorry, disarmed the skeleton, which should be very nice. I'm sure Jared appreciated that. He probably would have gotten his shit kicked in if that skeleton had that axe. There's a rogue rat right there. Alright. Not sure if I want to take out the skeleton. One of my followers is probably going to die, but we will do what we can. Maybe we can disarm one of his equipment. So we actually got lucky. We disarmed both of the sword and the shield, so that's very, very nice. I'm going to try to make my way towards the exit. Again, I don't want to overstay. I kind of want to get into the later, earlier levels, if that makes sense. Start getting some better gear. Start breaking this. Something I am familiar with. Weapons do not degrade on door hits. So if a door is locked, and you have an axe that, for example, only has one more hit to break, you can just use that axe to break it down entirely. It will not break the axe whatsoever. I don't think it does. So we do have the Minotaur. Shouldn't be a big deal. Hopefully this ring is not blessed. We'll see what it is. So we have a ring of warning. Okay, great. I forgot that I'm still a human, so no worries. That's actually very nice. Something you definitely want to keep an eye out for is Curse Wind. You use this both hit. They both benefit very well off of the Curse Wind. So definitely make sure you put Curse Wind. Sorry, that's really all over that. Yeah, definitely make sure you put Curse Wind. Make use of your class. So you don't have. Yeah, definitely make sure you're using Curse Wind on the use of they both benefit very well from Curse Wind. I think Curse Wind is less. So same functionality. Alright. So the Minotaur should be spawning, I'd probably say in like 45 seconds to a minute. I didn't explore a whole lot. In fact, I do quickly want to open up the Gnomish Mines. We can get a lot of levels from that. I feel like it would honestly be kind of free to do that. Gnomish Mines are a very high risk, high reward kind of map. If you're not... Oops. Don't really think I need that. If you're not worried about it too much, or if you're more experienced, I would highly, highly, highly recommend. In fact, I don't think I'm even going to make it. No problem. We will skip that, I guess. I completely forgot about the Minotaur. Actually, I didn't forget, but I overstayed. That's for sure. I definitely shouldn't have stayed that long. I'm going to start removing some of this equipment. Don't really want the cheese. And we'll continue like normal. Maybe we can get a ghoul from this, gives some decent levels. Sure did. I swapped to my axe. One of our followers died, but that's honestly no problem at all. They kind of just die all the time. But it's actually great. We did get the bandana from him. This will grant extra movement speed when running, or I'm sorry, when walking backwards and strafing. It's actually really noticeable, especially when you move backwards. In fact, I will show you. Alright, so normally it's pretty slow. When I equip it, it's fairly quick. That scared me. Wow, that... We'll just say my bandana saved me. We'll say it just gave me enough movement speed to avoid that boulder. Even though I know it's not true. But we probably should keep that in mind. That shopkeeper is probably going to come out and kick my ass. So, I'm not interested in staying too long. Do have a troll. I'd like to tell him to wait here. And we'll see what we can do to kill him. Trolls are actually very, very easy to kill, especially with range damage. The whip kind of just works super well on them. In fact, I'm going to scout the area just a little bit. That way I don't get cornered. Which in my opinion is always what you should do. In fact, we can also try this spell on him. That way when we attack him, we'll shoot it from this side. And then start hitting him in the back. Alright. So it did take a little bit of damage, but it's not a problem at all. Very nice. So the trolls actually die super quickly to the inner demon spell. I think it's awesome. The more damage they deal to the clone, the more damage they take. So the trolls will die extremely quickly. Even if you have a large group of enemies, they'll die relatively quickly as well. I'm going to use my torch. Usually you should avoid using them, but I don't know how bright it is in the video. So I'm just going to use the light when I can. Hopefully it's not too bright on your screen. And it's very nice. We have this ring of warning. So now we can see enemies pretty far away, actually. Should be a rat here. Very nice. I wish there was a favoriting system. Like you could hit F or something on an item, and then it would glow yellow. That way you can favorite it. And that way you don't accidentally throw it out or sell it. I feel like that would be really nice to have. Oh, it's okay, so it's 5 seconds when you inflict a bleeding status effect. I didn't know if it only increased it per bleed tick, or I'm not sure. Sometimes I get a little fumbled with my explanations, if that isn't clear on some of my videos. Very nice. So we also found a new item. This is the Sweetgrass Sprig. It's just a little mask item. Whoops, I didn't realize there was an enemy here. Alright. Forgot what I was saying. Actually, I do remember. It decreases your hunger speed. And you can get this down to, I think, half. So, a lot of these stats you'll see, so something like the warning or the 12% strafing and backstep speed, you can increase them or decrease them depending on the blessed effect. So for example, if this was blessed and I was playing as a human, if I bless this to max, then I could reduce this by, instead of 0.8, I could do like 0.5 or 0.4. I'm not sure how far it reduces it, but that is something to keep in mind. Hopefully this doesn't bless my equipment. I would much rather have the blind than the blessed equipment. This is also a new item, the Steel Visor. Basically just gives melee weapon skills. So we can increase all of our melee weapon skills by 5 points when we use it. Just to show you, I guess. It's only swords and, through maces, so it's nothing too crazy. But, again, when you enchant it all the way, you can get that up to 25 extra points. So, it's definitely, it's a pretty crazy item. But I do like the hunger being reduced. So I think I'll just keep that. Looks like there is a troll here. So again, I will be happy to use the inner demon. I'll damage him just a little bit, get that little bit of extra damage. Very easy. Another new item, which is the rose. Well, we already have neutrality to incubi and succubi, so that's kind of irrelevant. But it does give us increased charisma. And it's a good thing that it's cursed. That way we get the extra charisma. So that's always nice. But I don't think we'll really use it. In fact, I am not sure. I'm pretty sure I can give it to my ally. so that he doesn't take any damage from the incubi or succubi. That actually might be very nice. I think we're about done with this level. Looks like there's some shopkeepers in there, but I don't really need anything in there. So I'll just be happy to move on. But it is also cursed. I don't think I really need charisma. Yeah, I don't think I really need it. Also, I can't even give it to him, so maybe another time. Get rid of some of this equipment that I know I won't use. Oh, right. So again, we'll just go as normal. I'm going to check my chat history just to see if we got the darkness thing. Doesn't look like we did. So if you're curious, I was just looking out to see if we got the dungeon is super dark. Basically means that no torches spawn. I was just curious. Very nice. So I think what I'll do is open up this door. I think I will... Actually, I'll just do this. I kind of want to keep my follower alive. Seems to be doing decent damage. I did get him up to level 8. So he should be doing some decent damage. Also, something that I completely overlooked was the secret area. I forget the name of it. The bustling streets one. I completely overlooked that. I'm not sure why. So that is a little unfortunate. We could have gotten a lot of gear. Although we only have 14 gold, so I don't think we could really purchase anything. Looks like Jarrett is definitely going to die. Just a little upsetting. However, I would be happy to steal his bow. So do have the exit right over here. I will use the torch. That way we can see much better. There's a troll. So be happy to use the inner demon form. I almost just killed myself. I didn't realize that was a dead end right there. And the awesome thing about the, I think it's the bandana. Yeah. You can kite enemies so much easier. Like, normally the troll would eventually catch up to you, but, man, you run so much quicker with this equipped. And it feels so much better. Alright. So I might use the inner demon form here. I don't really feel like dying. Very nice. Now we have the option of the crossbow. Yet another new item. I think this just gives range damage increase, but we will see. Dexterity and range distance. So I almost wonder if that works with the whip. Since it does deal range damage. I wonder if I take it off. Doesn't seem like it does. which is kind of unfortunate. No problem. Yeah, it's definitely not working. I guess this gives a great... can show you what I mean by the bandana. I mean, I can outstrafe this skeleton, and I know they're not super fast, but it's one of those things where once you use it, you notice how much more beneficial it is to use it, if that makes sense. So again, with the skeleton, I can just keep attacking him while moving backwards, and he'll never catch up to me. As long as I don't run into a wall, like I just did. So it's very nice to have, especially with ranged classes. Don't really see anything valuable in here. Just a little bit of gold. Do have a troll on the other side. I will probably equip the Executioner's Hood. Get that little bit of extra mana regeneration on the bleeding effect. Which, if I manage to proc it, would be very nice to have. I don't think I really need it. Some of these scratch-ins. I guess I do. Now, unfortunately, I cannot do the underworld because I don't have a pickaxe. I don't think I will. But that is a-okay. I don't really need to be going in there. It is super dangerous, especially for me, because I suck going in there. I always die to the shadows. I also don't have any decent spells, so... yeah, I would just rather skip it. Alright, so we'll go to the swamp next. Swamp shouldn't be too difficult. Although I hope. I think the water damages me. Oh. I guess not. Some steel boots. I don't think I'll really use those, though. The mouth knife. This kind of gives you like a thorns effect, which is very nice. Lots of bear traps. Although it's going to weigh me down a lot. I don't think I really use any bear traps. But we could definitely start using the bows, because I think we have extra range damage, which should be very nice. So anyways, yeah, we have the new item, the mouth knife, which grants the player it's like thorns damage, but it only works when you receive damage. I don't think it's very good. Honestly, I wish it worked with your shield, but it's not that big of a deal. We do have a lot of items, and I think that's okay. We can kind of just keep them from now on. If we find a water... there we go. That's exactly what I was looking for. The water breathing on this map is super useful. Obviously it's a swamp, there's a ton of water around. I don't really think I need to explain why it's useful. Do have an enemy in here. I can't even reach him because of the crossbow range. Very nice. Nothing too great. Just kind of move on from that. Do have a spider over there. There's something I've noticed is that range damage is not super strong early game, but once you transition from like the early to mid game, range damage quickly starts getting out of hand. Probably going to take a little bit of damage, and that is not a problem at all. Awesome. The exit must be around here somewhere. Now, I'm not super worried about exploring every single corner, so I'll be more than happy to just kind of find the exit and leave. It should be up here. Awesome. Try to explore the area very quickly and get out of here. You have the hazard goggles, which is another new item. Ranged shop would be very nice. See what he has to sell. Of course, nothing too good. All right. I definitely need to wrap this up very quickly. That way I can get to the secret area. And... wow. Which, I can't remember the name of it. I don't think it's a haunted castle. I think it's the jungle temple. There we go. Hopefully we're fast enough to run through. Pretty sure we are. Although it's going to be very embarrassing if we're not. Because I also don't have a pushing ring. I don't believe. No. So if we don't manage to get in there, we are kind of screwed. We're probably going to die. So I will drop what I can. Probably don't need this many bear traps, to be honest, if any at all. Slow digestion. Oh, I do have a pushing ring. Although we should be okay. Minotaur should spawn any second now. I'm just going to prepare for it. I thought that maybe I can get a good angle on it and maybe push it and go get my bear traps, but I guess not, and that is no problem at all. Don't really feel like dealing with the Minotaur. This should be very easy. Normally I like farming them for XP, but we can make it super easy for ourselves. And just throw on the Ring of Conflict. They will start attacking each other. Or they should. I think I have friendly fire off. I sure do. Awesome. Makes my job and my life a lot easier. Although I wish one of those would wake up. No worries. Just kind of run away a little bit. Nice. Nothing too great. Do have another new item. We're finding a lot of them. Which, I didn't even see him right there. Which I guess we can kind of just use our whip and just smack him. Never mind, that does a lot of damage. I don't know if I have a lot to heal with. I am just a little bit nervous, to be completely honest. I didn't realize how much damage that would deal to me. And he's way over there, so maybe what I can do is just hit him with a couple of force bolts. I don't think he can reach me from over there. He has a spell reflection amulet. That's not that good. Well, hopefully, actually we can't even hit him with a spell. Alright. I'm not sure what I was so nervous about. Oh, we found a very nice cloak. And it's decrepit, unfortunately, but that's okay. So we'll just be a little patient going through this. I will happily grab the orb, but first, get a little bit of extra gold. Come back through. Should be a troll. Very nice. Now we can go around the other way. Usually I go the other way. Well, that's exactly what I was trying to avoid, was all of those boulders dropping, so that's kind of unfortunate. Kill these guys for a little bit of extra XP. Should be able to use our inner demon. Eat up a little bit of food. I almost just got a little too close. Yeah, nothing too good. Although we did manage to get inside. So now what we can do here is just kind of throw the orb on here. Get a bunch of gold in the meantime. and then open up the other side. And by doing this, we will get a lot of extra gold, as well as some strength potions. Get this little area. There should be a... Oh, never mind. We just got it. Awesome. So we'll kill this troll, get the last little bit of XP here. Not sure what spell that is, but that is a lot of gold on that spell book, so it might be something good. We'll just wait and see. Come back around this way, and now this gate is open. We can walk through, take all the gold, put the orb here, and collect all the other gold. Now when we do this, a bunch of goblins behind us will spawn, so we'll make a note of that, get our inner demon form, and just kind of not die. Makes this a really safe area to be in. Although I'm not sure where the others are. Or if they're all melee. If they're all melee, then this is going to be easy. Do have a polymorph spell. That's really nice to have. Nice. Alright, so I may call it quits here. I don't want to keep the video too long, so I might end it right here, and we will certainly continue this another time. But I'm very interested to hear any feedback. I'm not sure if I should even continue doing this. I might continue it just this run, and we'll see how that goes. But I read through every single comment, and I try my best to reply to every single one of them. So rest assured that if you do decide to comment, I will read it. I will probably continue to keep voice cracking, even though I'm certainly past 15 years old. But yeah, let me know what you think of this, if you enjoyed it. Let me know what you enjoyed. If you disliked it, please let me know what you disliked about it. But until then, I always greatly appreciate you for watching, and I'll possibly see you in the next one.